Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Prop Wiz. I'm your host, the Wiz. Today, I want to share with you my top 5 movies of 2024. Here's my disclaimer, though, and I've given the same disclaimer with my TV show list if you've already watched that, and that is I haven't watched a lot of movies this year. In fact, I've watched way less movies than I have TV shows. In fact, before listing my top 5, because the list is so short, I'll be able to list every movie I've watched and loved, including The Wild Robot, Transformers 1, Alien Romulus, Dune 2, Furiosa, Beetlejuice, Deadpool and Wolverine, Superman, the Christopher Reeve story, the John Williams documentary, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, The Ministry, The Ungentlemanly Warfare, and Ghostbusters Empire, Frozen Empire, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. So, look, I'm sure I'm missing some, but those are the ones I can remember off the top of my head that I went and enjoyed enough, man. There was a lot of them I didn't enjoy. So my top 5 is definitely within that list. And my top 5 is, starting with number 5, I have the John Williams documentary. Now, I didn't see this one in the theater. I caught it at home. I think it's on Disney Plus. But dude, this was an extremely well done doc. This is a one hit that hit all the nostalgia buttons, all of them, man. They played almost every famous score of his, from Jaws to Star Wars and from Indiana Jones to Harry Potter, getting a preview into the life of the man that basically scored the soundtrack of my life. It's just awesome. So next level dope, man. Definitely worth checking out. At number 4, I'm going with Alien Romulus. This is another nostalgia piece for me, but done in an extremely smart way. This is a reboot level, good reboot. Gotta make that clear. Good reboot, not bad reboot. They basically gave us a sequel, prequel, and reboot at the same time. My explanation isn't going to do it justice, but they flipped this in a way where they gave us a new protagonist, but a lot of familiar imagery, using old school film techniques and practical effects that made it feel like really like the originals. In fact, my best description would be that Romulus is a combination of the first two movies, the first two Alien movies, Aliens and Alien and Aliens, of course, by Ridley Scott and James Cameron, respectively. But dude, it was just a surprise banger, man. I went in there knowing I was going to have some fun, but dude, they took us back, man. And it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous movie. Okay, coming in at number 3 is The Ministry of the Ungentlemanly Warfare. Guy Ritchie, man. I'm a big fan of most of his movies. I think there might be 2. There's definitely one, man. Operation Fortune. I ain't like that one. Everything else, man, has been an instant classic. There's been a handful of them that didn't fit the mold of his movies. I can't remember one. This was another Jason Statham one, but you wouldn't know that Guy Ritchie was a departure from his style. And Aladdin had enough of his style in it. You wouldn't know that Aladdin was directed by Guy Ritchie until you actually see his name in the credits, and then you can see his style all the way through that movie. But I even like King Arthur, man. People didn't like all his movies, yo, in other words. Ungentlemanly Warfare, man, was true to form, to his style, dude. All the tricks and camera tricks and dialogue kind of stuff, all the stuff you love about his movies was in this. Crazy cinematography, charismatic characters, and this particular one has some historic relevance as well, historic relevance with them fighting the Nazis and everything, man. So that was cool, real well done film, and I didn't even know it was historically correct until after the movie was finished. So I enjoyed it for what it was, and then found out that, dude, there was large chunks of this movie that was based off a true story. Now, I'm not sure how this movie landed with a wider audience, but for fans of his work, man, this one was top notch, and of course made my number 3 on the list. Number 2 for my list is Dune Part 2. This one did some heavy lifting, as I'm probably one of the few people that did not like the first Dune movie. I saw it on HBO Max for free and could not stay awake. Didn't feel any connection to any of the characters or the story. Dude, I couldn't tell you what it was about. I could tell it was deep and important, but I couldn't see why I should care. Dune 2 picked up the pace enough to pique my interest. So I'm simple, maybe it was dialogue based. Dune 2 had just a little bit more, pulled me in, and the first time old boy rolled those little sandworms, it was a wrap. Was fully invested after that. Went back and watched the first one, and I now think the first one is one of the greatest films. So collectively, those 2 movies are phenomenal. Can't wait for the next one. So definitely made my number 2 on the list. Now, finally, my number 1 movie is the one that I watched several times at the theater, and I've watched it, I don't know how many times at home. That's my bar for judging. That's how you judge your favorite. How many times you'll sit there and watch that thing. Deadpool and Wolverine is my #1 movie on the list. 100% pure entertainment. They hit me with all the nostalgia, comic book movies, Wesley Snipes. They really had me at Blade. Finally seeing Wolverine in the comic book style suit, complete with the mask. The story, the heart, the humor, man, makes this a fun watch every time I see it, anytime I see it. Dude, it's one of the greatest in my opinion. You can tell Ryan Reynolds is saying he might not make another Deadpool. People aren't believing it. I almost believe it, man, because I think he knows that this is a rare gem that he spit out, yo. Anyways, this is my top 5 list of 2024. I hope you guys liked it, man. Stay tuned as I have a couple of more of these top whatever lists dropping this week. But hey, please make sure you leave some comments. Let me know what you think about my list, or let me know your top 5 movies this past year. Also, hit the like button if you like this video. Hit the notify button as well. That way you get notified every time I drop something new. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. As always, I love you guys to death, and I'll check you out next time, all right? Peace.